Good morning. My name is Christina. This is going to be a gentle practice that you can do any time of the day that you need to reset, reconnect, and get moving. So you're just going to need your mat, comfortable place where you can sit down, lie down, and get on your hands and knees. So we're going to begin on our backs this morning. So just go ahead, gently lower yourself down. Let the back of your head relax. Allow your shoulders to relax, your palms turned up, and your feet connecting with the ground. And just take a moment to lower your gaze or close your eyes. Let your breath begin to come in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just taking a few moments to notice how your body is presenting this morning or at any time of the day that you are practicing. Let your breath come in through your nose, filling up your belly, your ribs, and your chest. And then exhaling out through your mouth, chest, ribs, belly. We'll just do that a couple more times. Inhaling, belly, ribs, chest. Smooth exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. One more time. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Now take the deepest breath you've taken all day. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. And just gently start to turn your head from side to side, rolling slowly across the back of your head. Remember that if any movement does not feel good in your physical body, if you're experiencing pain, please refrain from doing the movement. Now bring your head back to center. And we're just going to pick up the right foot and draw the right knee up toward the chest. Take your hands, interlacing your fingers behind your right hamstring, and just draw the knee a little bit closer and begin to roll out your right ankle. And if you would like, you can continue to move your head. And circle the ankle in the opposite direction. Bring your head back to center. Continue to hug your right knee up toward your chest and slowly start to straighten the right leg, pointing your toes up toward the ceiling. And then flex your foot. Allow your heel to point up and your toes to point down. Point your toes again. Exaggerate the point. And flex your foot. Heel up, toes down. And then start to bend your right knee, drawing your right heel down. Inhale, extend your legs up to the sky. Exhale, bring the heel down. Inhale, lift the leg up. And exhale, bring the heel down. And just hug that knee into your chest a little bit closer. And we're going to take the left arm and just reach it over to your left side. Take your right arm and fish hook it underneath the bend of your right knee. And draw your right knee up towards your right shoulder. Let your right foot open out to the side. Feel that inner thigh and groin stretch. And you might notice your left knee kind of falling over to the left, and that's fine. Really open up through the pelvic area. Hold that stretch. Breathe into sensation. Exhale out resistance. And now slowly guide your knee back to center. Take your right hand from underneath your right thigh and place your right ankle on top of your left thigh. You're going to take your right palm and gently start to move your right knee away from you, starting to feel an outer hip stretch on the right side. And you may want to walk your left foot in a little bit closer to you. If you would like, take your left hand, place it along the left hamstring, and reach your right hand between your legs. Pick up your left foot and bring your left knee up to your chest. This is known as figure 4. And with this movement, perhaps you straighten your left leg and bend your left knee. Keep your low back rooting into the ground. Just see how that feels in your body. Another option is to keep the knee bent and just draw some gentle circles with your left knee. One direction. And then going in the other direction. Next, take your hands from behind the legs, if you had them there. Bring them out from your shoulders in a T shape. Now take your right foot. You're going to take this whole shape and move it over to your left side. So let the right foot come down. The right knee stays lifted. And you can turn your head and look over your right shoulder. Make sure to keep both of your shoulders soft against the ground. Keep your breath moving in and out. Take a breath in, rotate your head back to center, and bring this shape back, this figure 4 shape. And gently lower your left foot, release your right leg up, and lower your right foot. Now let's bring the soles of our feet together. Our arms are still extending out, and just imagine the knees melting down to the ground for this butterfly shape, also known as Supta Baddha Konasana, reclining butterfly. You may wish to bring your arms over your head for a side body sensation, if that feels good. Now slowly arc your hands, if they're over your head, back down towards your knees. And gently close your knees, bring them back up. We're going to heel toe the feet to the outside edges of the mat. Let the backs of your hands come to rest and just let your knees drop to center. Another variation here is to do some windshield wipers. So you'll separate the knees apart, walk the feet a little bit wider than your mat, and just drop one knee down to center, the other knee over to the side. So you're just rolling across your gluteus muscle on each side, letting one knee come down, and then your other knee. If you want to move your head along with this, you may do so. And then let both of your knees lift up. Pick up your feet, draw your knees up toward your shoulders now, and just make some circles with your knees from your hip joints. Circle your knees. Go in the opposite direction. Bring your knees back to center, and we'll go ahead and repeat that whole sequence for the second side. So now you're going to interlace your fingers behind your left hamstring and just hug your left knee towards your chest. Now you can always hug your shin or behind the bend of the knee. It's all good, whatever feels good for you. Point your toes and start to slowly raise your leg up into the air. Take a nice deep breath, flex the toes down, let the heel point up, see how that feels. Just straightening your leg. And then point your toes again. If you want to circle the foot, go ahead and make some circles through your ankle. One direction, and then the other direction. And then let's flex the foot once again. Bend your knee, draw the heel down. Extend your leg up. Breathe deeply. Bend your knee, heel comes down. Extend your leg up. Bend your knee, bring it down. Last time. Up and down. Now take your leg up, take your left arm, reach under the bend of your knee, and now you're going to draw the knee out. So fish hook around, draw the knee over to the left side. Feel the stretch in your inner thighs and groin. Feel free to let your right knee float over to the right side. With a stretch. Remember, if you're feeling pain, please refrain. Come out of the posture. Send the breath to areas that may be showing a little bit of resistance. Continue to breathe. And then start to bring the knees back to center. I'm going to take the left hand from behind the left leg. Bring your left ankle over your right thigh and just gently take that figure 4. Option to just keep your left palm guiding your left knee away from you with your right foot on the floor. Feel free to pick up the right foot, draw the right knee in, reach behind your hamstring. You can also hold the shin here just like we did before. You can straighten up your right leg, bend your knee. It's very soothing movements here. You can keep the legs straight or keep the knee bent. You can make a few little circles, massage your low back. Just exploring what feels good for you. And we're going to release the hands, extend the arms out from the shoulders. Take this shape with your left foot and lower it to the right side, gazing over your left shoulder now. Try to keep your left knee lifting upward, stretching out the outer hip. Bring everything back to center. Release the legs, maybe bend and straighten them up into the air, both legs up. Point and flex your feet. Let your shoulders and upper back melt down. Now with your arms extending out, going to bend both of your knees and roll your knees knees to the right side, turn your head to the left side. Now your palms are facing up. When your right knee goes down, your left shoulder comes down. And we're gonna reach out through the left fingertips, stretch your left arm long, begin to breathe and reach your left arm up, roll over to your right side, touch your left palm to your right palm. And then inhale, open back up to the full length, and exhale, close. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, open. See if you can lengthen your breath, and exhale, close. One more time. Inhale, open. And stay open. Let your knees come back to center. Let your head come back to center. Readjust the upper back and shoulders. Realign the body. Return to your breath. And then let your knees come over to the left side. Turn to the right. Reach out through your right fingertips and palms. Extend the arm over. Touch your right palm to your left. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, reach over. And just continue a few more times. One more time, opening up. And last time, closing. At this time, just open the arms apart again. Bring everything back to center. Wrap both of your hands around your shins. Give yourself a little hug. And maybe lift your head so your forehead comes up to meet your knees. And let your head come back down. So you're cradling your shins, and you're just going to make some circles with your knees. And circle the other way. Let's just roll gently over onto our side. Take your time. If you want to rest first, you can. Otherwise, we're going to come up into tabletop. So tabletop, you want to make sure your wrists are aligned with your shoulders and your knees are aligned with your hips. Your crown of your head is coming forward, tailbone is out behind you. And we're going to do something called cat and cow. So cat and cow, you're just going to let your belly dip low. Okay, your tailbone is going to lift up. If you place your hand at the small of your back, you've got a dip in your lumbar area. Then you're just going to tilt your chin up slightly, drop your shoulders down away from your ears. This is your cow pose. So let's take a breath here. Notice how that feels in the low back. And now you're going to reverse the direction. Tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, round through your upper back, your thoracic spine. And you can straighten the elbows and claw into the mat for cat pose. And just notice how that feels in your back. And then just move your spine like a wave through this motion. Cat and cow, cow and cat, with your breath. And just notice areas that may feel like they need a little extra attention this morning or today, whenever you're practicing. And then return to that tabletop position. And we're going to extend the right arm directly out in front of you. And just take your right hand and roll out your right wrist. And then roll it in the opposite direction. Let your right hand come down, extend your left arm forward, roll out your left wrist. One direction, And then the opposite direction. Place your left hand back on the mat. Make sure your wrists are aligned with your shoulders. If you need to come down on your forearms and elbows, it's perfectly fine. And we're going to take our right toes, tuck them under, and press your right heel behind you. So you stretch out the back of your leg and just begin to rock back and forth on the ball of the right foot. And raise your right leg off the ground. Try to dial down your right hip and maybe take your left arm and extend forward at the same time, looking down at your mat. This is the bird dog pose. Hold on to it. Hold it. Keep breathing. And then allow your hand to come down. We're going to take this right foot, bend the knee, and just press the sole of the foot up, just lifting a few inches and then back down. Lift it up, squeeze your glutes, and then back down. Lift up, back down. One more time. Lift up and down. Lower your knee. Sit back on your heels. Take the pressure out of your wrists. Lower to your forearms. Roll out both of your wrists. Child's pose. Feel the movement of your breath against the tops of your thighs. Now bring your hands back down, lift back up. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So tuck your left toes and stretch your left leg behind you. Begin to rock on the ball of your left foot. And then lift your left leg straight back. Maybe take your right arm and reach forward. Stabilize your core. Feel strong, feel long through the limbs. Place your hand back down, bend your left knee, press the sole of your foot up, and lower back down to hip height. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Gently lower your knee down. This time bring your knees a little bit wider than your hips, big toes touching. Let your forearms and elbows come down. You're going to bring your palms together and let your fingertips point up toward the ceiling. Just notice how you're feeling. And let your hands come back down. We're going to rise back up and swing our legs around and just take a comfortable cross-legged seat. If you're not comfortable to sit cross-legged, you can stretch your legs out long in front of you, whatever serves you. Okay? And we're just going to take a moment in the seated position to feel length through our spine and just let your right ear gently lower to your right shoulder. And then turn your chin down towards your right shoulder. And then sweep your chin down across the front of your chest, go over to your left shoulder. And rotate your left ear to your left shoulder. Turn your chin down toward your left shoulder. Sweep your chin across the front of your chest, back over to your right. And just do this slow side to side movement for your neck. And then bring your chin back to center. Take your arms out to the sides, reach up. Let your hands come together, then turn your palms forward, bend your elbows, and Squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you. Expand your chest forward. Reach up again, breathing in. Bend your elbows, draw them back. One more time, breathe in. Bend your elbows, draw back. Hold it here. And then breathe in, reach up. Take your right hand, place it over your left thigh. Reach your left hand behind you. Take a seated twist. You may keep your gaze to the side or turn your head and look over your shoulder. Now take your left arm, reach it up, come back around, cross your left arm in front of your right, hugging the outside of both of your thighs, tuck your chin, and draw your belly in. Now release your thighs, sit up, give yourself a hug. So reach back for your opposite shoulders, or maybe you find your shoulder blades. Lift your elbows, take a nice deep breath, and make some circles. Self-hug circles. And just let any tension go. And then make your circles in the opposite direction. Just see how you're feeling. The next time you lift your elbows, release your arms. Make those cactus arms again, or goalpost arms. Lift your heart. Breathe in, reach up. Again, cactus your arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. One more time. Reach up. Bend your elbows. This time, reach up. Take your left hand to your thigh. Your right hand's going to reach back, and you're going to turn and look over your right shoulder or to your right side. Think of rooting down through your seat, lifting up through the crown of your head. Then take a deep breath in. Start to bend over towards your left side. Bring your right arm in front of your left. Crisscross the arms. Tuck your chin. Draw your navel in. And then release. Once again, give yourself a hug. This time, if you'd like to wrap your forearms once or twice, you can have the backs of your hands together, or cross your wrists and have your palms together. Lift up that configuration and make circles. So you could be doing the self-hug, or you could be doing the eagle arms. And just make those circles in both directions. Very soothing. Come back up, open up your arms. This time just expand your heart. Embrace this day that is ahead of us. Take a deep breath in, reach up. I invite you to bring your hands to your heart. And just notice how you're feeling at this moment. Give yourself gratitude for taking time to nurture your body, your mind, and your breath. Again, my name is Christina. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your dedication. And I'll see you on the mat soon. Namaste.